Jen, you had the GLIAC tennis tournament this weekend. 3 matches. You guys won your final match to finish in 7th place. Talk about the weekend.
Well, obviously, I'd love to just talk about that last day, but no, the first 2 days were good. Obviously coming in as the 8th seed, your first match against the number 1 seed in Northwood especially, it's going to be a really tough match. So we went into that, really telling the team to just go out, try to use this no matter what happens, go out and use this as preparation for tomorrow's match. Because, if we do come out, 1, you'll be more relaxed that way, and 2, all the pressure's on the other team. So our goal is to try to get some good match play in and prepare for some of the closer matches that we're going to have, which the next day we played Ferris. So, we didn't get any matches against Northwood, but we still, I think, played better against them than we did the first time we played them, which was good. Second day we played Ferris, and we had some highlights from that match. It wasn't, I don't think it was our best overall team performance against them, but, we had our number 1 doubles were down 5-2, I believe, and came back and won that match. Our 3 doubles team played outstanding and ended up losing, but they played really well. And then, they were strong in singles that day, and they came up with some big performances that, basically just got them to their 5 points more quickly than we wanted them to. But, it was a learning day, and, knowing that we were coming into the next day playing for 7th place, we took that very seriously. We came in, and your 8th place coming in to be able to upset the 7th place team, that's doing some damage to them because they're pretty upset already that they're in that match. And it took a complete team effort to beat that team. And it was probably the most proud I've been of our team just because of the circumstances. It's easy after having 2 tough days to come out and be, flat, but we came out and fought like we were playing for the GLIAC championship. So for us, it was our GLIAC championship, and we came out on top. We had, as when you talk to Megan later, you'll notice that there's some pretty dramatic things that happen. We did go down 1-2 in doubles, which was disappointing, but some of the other team, they just played well. It was hard-fought matches. In singles, we were at a point, I believe we were down 4-2 in singles, and we had to come back and win the last 3 matches that were out there. Teresa was down, I think she lost her first set 6-0, came back and won in 3 sets. So if that doesn't happen, we're not talking about a win anymore. Bobby came out and played fantastic against her player, and with the last match out, it was 4-4, and we've got our freshman Megan Woody out there with all the pressure on her. Kind of reminded me of our first match. We weren't playing for the match at that point, but against Ferris, she had a very similar situation where everybody's watching. All the teams from the rest of the tournament were watching, and a lot of them were even cheering for her, which was kind of fun to see. And she battled. She had a hour-long third set, back and forth. First game took 15 minutes, and it was like that the whole time. So it was exciting, and very exciting that she got to experience that win. So, and obviously our team is very excited to win that match. So it was very exciting and a great way to end the season.
2 of your players yesterday received all GLIAC recognition. Jasmine Changwan, first team all GLIAC, and Megan Woody was named to the honorable mention. Talk about those 2 individuals and what they've contributed and meant to your team.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously at 1 and 2 singles and 1 doubles, we rely on them a lot. And as far as Jasmine goes, she's been a solid player in the GLIAC since she got here. And this year she had some ups and downs as far as wins and losses went. But again, she's playing the top people every single week from every team. And I think, she learned a lot. She had some phenomenal matches. Even her match on the last day where she lost, she played phenomenal. It was a fun match to watch. So, getting to see her battle at that level, you know, she's a great player. She's amongst, obviously there's 9 people selected that team, so she's one of the 9 best players in the GLIAC, and for a 13-team league, I think that's pretty impressive. And Megan got honorable mention. I think it was fitting, especially after that last match. But all season, she was put in a tough position. She's a freshman put in at 2 singles, played primarily doubles in high school. So to have that kind of pressure week in and week out I was happy with how she performed, because it was kind of a new environment, Really, college in general is a new environment, and to have that pressure on the team and that responsibility right away, I think, she proved herself. So it was good.
Talk about the season's over now. Talk about how your, I guess, views of the season and how it went.
I think if you look at the season as a whole, I'm happy with how we did. We didn't always get some of the close wins that we were hoping for, but I think it ultimately made us stronger and made us want it more at the end. I'm not sure if we would have won some of those matches if we would have been able to dig as deep, because we knew that we were capable of beating some of these teams that we had lost to, and so I think that fire had just kind of been building and building and building, and towards the end of the season, with our win against Tiffin to get into the tournament, with our win against Ohio Dominican at the end to finish 7th, I think our team, the word we used was crescendoed, and really that's what you want as a team. You don't want to peak too early. You don't want to, play your best match in the first day and then go downhill. And I think for us, we kind of kept moving up, and we're excited to keep going. We're excited for spring season and to continue on next year. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but if you got one more, that's fine.